Turkey's prime minister once said that Turkey is a European country, an Asian country, a Middle Eastern country, Balkan country, Caucasian country, and a neighbor to Africa. A statement that should be taken loosely in defining Turkey as home to diverse religions, cultures, and terrain alike. However, if taken more literally, this could cloud our perception of what Turkey is really like. So what exactly are Americans getting wrong about Turkey? First, let's clear the air on where Turkey actually is and who lives there. It's not an Arab country like some would think. Only about 2% of the population identifies as Arab. The rest are Turkish, Kurdish, and other minorities like Americans and Greeks. Geographically, the country actually sits between Europe and Asia. Politically, the Turkish government leans towards siding more with Europe, and the nation has been attempting to enter the European Union since 1987, but to this day has had no success in doing so. However, since Turkey is more commonly associated with the Middle East by outsiders, many people buy into the stereotype that it is a dangerous country. And that may be partially true. Turkey does border war-torn territories like Syria and Iran, and some of Turkey's border towns have been subjected to bombings. On top of that, it's been reported that ISIS recently bombed the town of Ankara, which has the Turkish government concerned about the national security and its ability to defend itself from the jihadist group. However, it's unlikely that you will see violence like this in the rest of this huge country, and Western and Central Turkey are considered relatively safe travel destinations. According to a 2012 report published by the Istanbul Police Department, Istanbul, Turkey's largest city, had lower crime rates than Los Angeles, Amsterdam, or New York City. Another misconception we might have about Turkey is that Islam, the nation's predominant religion, dictates what life is like. That is to say that all women wear burqas and hijabs, that you can't drink alcohol or eat during Ramadan, and some may even go as extreme to think polygamy is practiced throughout the country. Not true. Though more than 95% of Turkey's population does report being Muslim, it is actually a secular country and has been since 1923. And for many decades, wearing a hijab in public was actually banned because it was thought doing so would go against secularism. Plus, polygamy was officially criminalized with the adoption of the Turkish Civil Code in 1926, making anyone who is married to more than one person subject to arrest and imprisonment. Another misconception is that Turkey is just a big desert with people traveling everywhere by camel. Now that couldn't be farther from the truth, especially when it comes to Turkey's western half. In Istanbul, there's a bustling transit system running throughout the city. Turkey has a number of shopping centers, theaters, airports, more than 100 universities, and an active financial sector. The country is surrounded by water with the Black, Aegean, and Mediterranean seas, and largely covered in greenery. Not a single desert exists in Turkey.